Welcome back to DIY Dave and Company. I'm Dave, and today we're going to talk about rabbits. So, as is typical for us, we decided to take a crazy leap yesterday and start our rabbitry. We've been talking about it for at least months, probably years, and yesterday the wife pushed me to go ahead and get them. We're not set up. We have created a temporary situation. I've got rabbits in our greenhouse, which may be a little bit questionable, but it's very ventilated. We can open it up, and I've got a Govee temperature gauge here that I was using when we were using it as a greenhouse. We're going to keep a close eye on their temperature to make sure they don't get too hot.
I knew us. If we waited till we were ready, it wouldn't happen. So yeah, I kind of pushed him a little bit because I knew once we got him, he'd get it handled, and he will. I have faith in him. But if we were waiting until we were ready, nah, wouldn't happen. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like having kids. If everybody waited until they were financially ready for kids, wouldn't happen. So anyway, I got a couple of cheap cages at Tractor Supply, which are working out very well. And we've got some hay, we've got some water bottles, feeder. We rushed and got a lot of this stuff, and they're actually just sitting up on a table right now until I build a hutch, which that's coming up, but our weather forecast this next week is pretty much rain every day. So I decided we needed to do this temporary setup. But they're looking at this at the most a couple of weeks, I think. But we'll be doing a few more videos on me building the hutch that I'm still designing in my head. Not even on paper yet, but yeah, we've got the rabbits. And I guess you met, we're calling this one Hoss. Started out as Hoss and Pfeffer, but we shortened it to Hoss. Boy, did you see him squint his eye? I don't think he cares for the name. But this is Hoss. And then...
And he's a New Zealand.
He's a New Zealand buck, if you didn't notice that one. And he is huge, so we're looking for some really good litters out of him. Aren't we, Hoss? And then over here in our other cage, we've got Nellie, which
is in the back.
And the reason she got that name is last night, before I kind of covered them up and everything, I think she was a little bit nervous, and we could hear her thumping inside the house. So she's nervous, Nellie. Calmed down considerably once I gave him some cover out here, so I think she's much happier now. And I can understand her being a little nervous. It was probably 6:30, 7 o'clock last night, already close to dark before they got out here. So they went from their old home to cat carriers for about 3 or 4 hours, out into this dark cage, and nobody was here talking to them. So I think she was a little nervous. So she got the name Nellie. And then we still haven't named the other one. She hasn't really given us much of a personality, but she just likes sitting a lot. There was some question of whether or not she might have been bred, so she may be, a mommy soon. We're not sure.
Well, she has pulled out some stuffing. She has pulled down some fur.
She's pulled out some fur, not stuffing. All of her stuffing is still in. And then over here we've got
Little Joe.
Or
Joey.
And of course that just kind of is a follow off of the Bonanza with Hoss. So Hoss and Little Joey. And this is also a buck.
Hang on. Went the wrong way.
Oh yes, and Nellie and the other one are both New Zealand mixes as well. And this is a...
Daddy was an American chinchilla, and Mommy was a New Zealand.
And let me tell you, his fur is so soft.
And he's about 10 weeks.
But we feel fairly comfortable leaving him in with the ladies for a couple more weeks maybe, before I have to get something else set up for him. And they seem to be doing okay with each other. So that is the Crazy D Rabbitry. I look forward to working with these guys. I will look forward to letting you guys see what we're doing and how it's working out and what we're doing. So be sure, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. There will be lots more with our rabbits in the future, and you don't want to miss it. Make sure you click that little bell so that you get notifications when we post a new video. And we will see you next time right here on DIY Dave and Company. Have a great day.
Yeah.